Hello, this is ScherBR again, and let's talk about the Battle for Valhalla event and talk about the exchange booth. Let's go here. And I played the event for some time, and as you see, I tried to share the AP for all the three options here of the event, and you can see that the amounts of medals were very close to each other. And I think I did a one last run for the red stage. The red stage is this one here. I think I did a one less run than the others, so I can only assume that the drops from all of the stages are similar. Even if this one here has a recom mind of 30k, and this one here has a recon mind of 25, and this last one here it's just 20. The difference between all of them is not the drops. The number of drops are equal. The only thing that changes are the color of the medals that you get. And the red is especially a little more useful when you see the exchange button. Let's go here. And you can see the Awakening Ember uses red medals. That's the difference. You use the same amount of HP, you can see, and it's 5 AP per move. 5 AP per move here too. And lastly, 5 P per move on the red too. So that's it. You go to exchange booth and you can see that you can make some earnings at this event. I will do some maths and post on Reddit how many red you need. It seems that you need less reds than other colors, but I'll check out this. At least at the Awakening Ember, you need the same number of yellow and blue and red. As you see, the yellow it's here. You need 2 times. Actually, it's a little less from yellow than blue or red. So you have to farm all colors. You can focus on one. To be honest, this event is very different. You see that level 4 here. It's level 4. The level 4 raised the item drops to 6%. This item drops they are talking here, it's the medals. So because it's level 4, then you get 6% more drops of the medals. And there's one thing interesting here. People are doing more of this probably because there's 2 easy to get characters here. There's Liu and Sina. There's Sadami too. It's a gacha character, but you don't really need him. It's the beckoned here is only helping with the damage and the assault gauge. It does not help you with it and drops at all. I just tested. Using these heroes won't affect your hit and drops. Just more damage and probably the assault gauge. I will have to check out later just to be sure, but I'm not so sure if these characters will affect the assault gauge. I believe they will, but the most important thing for you, and it's the damage that they can make. They have more status because you are using them, and they will kill the boss stage more faster. But killing faster may not be that smart of move, because you have to do a lot of drops from the boss or the other stages. You need to drop the red crystals. I'll do a run in a second to explain better. And let's see, you see here the Arngrim and Nachi in Lanet F is the second easiest to run. The Nachi is an event hero, and she's easier to get than gacha characters. Arngrim is the only gacha here, and Lanet F is an easy to get for an event. And this one here uses 2 gacha characters, so that's why people are doing less this one. And it's also the hardest of the 3, you can see. And well, let's talk about another mission. There's this bonus mission. This bonus mission, it's a bonus that you can run, and it can give you up to 6k and from contribution points. It's a lot, and the first enemy of the group can drop Gold Odin Medals. You can see here that I have 106 those 6k that I got was from this bonus mission. It's very low and it hardly makes any difference, but I believe that you can get up to the end of this event close to 100 or 50, something like that. You won't pass much on this number here. Well, at least that's what I'm thinking. And let's go back here and sorry, go to exchange bot again. And let's talk about the good stuff here. On the past video, I want to talk about the threat of Verdun being the most important thing, and indeed it is. And like I said, only the 10k first on the current rank will earn enough for this artifact. This is the artifact tied to Norn. But as you can see, I'm not having a hard time. I don't have the Slayer weapons from Summon. My handgun is very good, to be honest. And I know there must be a lot of players not playing yet. And I have something 27k contribution points. You see that this is not even the end of the day yet for the first event. And as I told you guys on the past video, your aim should be the 100k. Here, it's your aim. After this point here, the rewards are not that important. It's just hammer. Hammer you can farm in other ways. Gems, but gems, this one here is still viable. You can still get it here. I believe that you can get up to here without any problem and get the 7-star hammer first word, but after that it's just gems, bucks, stamina pots, won't make any difference. And the single one, Nameless Hero Memory 5, that's to limit break your character past level 85. There will be another ways to farm this later. It's just not useful at all to think that you can farm this thing. I was on the Discord early today, and a lot of people were saying that this game is pushing to move forward because there's this 1 million points to get from contribution points. But this is not your aim, and shouldn't be for most players that are not trying to get to the tops, and you shouldn't be trying to get to the tops if you don't want to invest in the game. And the best things ends here. The other things are just for aim for other players that can try to get these things, and won't make too much of a difference. They won't make a gap in between players. As you see, I'm a free-to-play player. I'm saving my gens since the start. I will be able to reach this point, this point here of the last hammer. I'm pretty sure I can hit this point and get the best items of the event, and probably get Norn as well. So don't panic, people. There's a lot of panic when people see the event. Sometimes they don't comprehend it very well, and it's can make them panic. Now let's go back to exchange bot, and let's talk about what you can get with those medals. As you can see, this was just the first day, and I was able to farm in 4k for each one of them. It's generous. I think it's a good number, and you can see that you can probably farm enough for these 2 awakening embers. Just don't try to get this one here with Odin Medals, but you can get this 2 awakening embers, this awakening pearl. It's easy to get. The divine gold ticket, it's easy to get. The divine silver ticket, try to get this one fast and try your luck. And on the divine weapon summon, maybe you can get lucky and get an event weapon, but you won't need it. Just use all your AP and on the runs and try to your best. Not something very important to say here. It's this small stamina pot. You have 13 to claim, and you see that you need 420 for the blue and 180 for the yellow. One run on this event takes 25 AP, and you can get 300 and something. As you can see, you'll be using 40 AP in a match to get 13 AP. So you will be wasting 10, but you'll be getting other stuff like contribution points. So this is your not your priority. You can wait for the last day to the event so you can have better drops. As I said, probably this level will be higher, and the higher it is, the better will be the bonus, and this will affect your medal drops. Won't affect that much, but anything is meaningful. Maybe if you are on the last days, the one run it will be enough to get to 4k and 200 from the blue. From oops, sorry. Let's go back here. This is stamina pot, and this is not 4k. It's just 420. Maybe near the end of the event, one run will be enough to get this one, and you need to at least 10 AP from the yellow run to get the rest. So it will be almost even. These hammers here are very good. Right now you see that you can trade for 5 of each one. And if you're trying to upgrade your 6-star weapons past level 50, you see that it's very hard to do. We're using 4-star and 3-star hammers. It's costly and it takes a lot of time. So 5-star makes it easier. And it's not very costly. It's 2 runs for 1 hammer. It's better than the hammer dungeons if you think about the AP ratio. But you won't be getting the other thing that can drop from the hammer dungeon. But the event is on. It's just a good priority to change for this one here and all of the 5-star ones. If you don't have a sword or any equipment to use, you can trade, and if it will go to your gift box, and there's 14 days for you to claim. And you see, I already claimed every one of my gifts on the chest here, or the gift box. But every time that you trade something, it's 14 days for you to claim. So even after the event ends, you will still have time to claim it. Let's go back here again on exchange booth. So like I said, Awakening Ember, Awakening Pearl, Divine Weapon ticket gold, but the one from Medals, not from Odin. This one here, the silver tickets is good. I don't think the books are very good enough. It's costly, very costly for nothing. You can get those by just playing the side story from Lanet. Books are not a priority. I think they are only useful for those that have leftover. The stamina pots are good. The hammers, you can change the first. That's the 5-star. The 4-star is good. The 3-star is good, and below the 3-star, counting the 2-star and 1-star, only if you have leftover. They give way too less experience. So there's all of the hammers, and this one here is not good. I don't think it's changeful. You can get a lot of warp farming from Seraph Gate. At least you will be running each one Seraph Gate at least once in a day, and the cost is just not worth. Rainbow Keys is just not worth too. Gold just not worth. And then there's another gold just not worth. So that's it. It's just hammers and upgrade materials. They are good for you to trade. So I'll do one run here, and I think the last one I played was with Freya, and I will do it again. There's one thing that changes a lot of the drops that changes a lot of the contribution points. It is based on an enemy that you can find here. Let's see if we can find this enemy here on this run. Not here, it's still not showing. The enemy is just a slime. If you see a slime when you're doing the dungeon, you have to hit the most you can. So you see that those are red crystals dropping from those enemies. The red crystal is just like the red or yellow crystal. If you hit your enemy upwards and it's airborne, you drop blue crystals, and if it's on the floor, it will drop yellow crystals. What happens here is that it will also drop the red if the enemy is on the floor or if it's airborne. It just doesn't matter. You can hit the enemy on the floor and it will drop as well. You don't need to be airborne. Other thing good here is Caradoc. He's the best hero to use in this event, so because of the number of hits he has. Freya is also good to use, but she's very easy to miss on of her attacks. As you can see, the enemy when it's down the floor is very easy to miss. And I just use a bad attack to Caradoc. Caradoc can wait the enemy to reach the floor, and he can use his third attack, and it will hit for all of the hits. You can see contribution, there's XP, gold, and contribution. Contribution, there's 92 points, because I got 90% more contribution stone based on the red drops I got. So using high hit counters characters is your best thing to do on this event. Still not slime. Slime makes a lot of difference. It actually can multiply your drop, it's currency for the points, the contribution points. These red drops here affect your contribution points. When you fight a Slimmy, you can, in that stage that it appears, you can get 500 contribution points. If the Slimmy doesn't appear, and it will be 92 at most. So the slime makes a lot of difference. It's around 5 times better than the common enemies. But the appearance rate of the slime is low, but I usually get 1 per run. Sorry, as I'm talking and playing, I sometimes don't pay too much attention. And contribution stone here was 70%. It's easy to get to 100 if you pay attention. Oh, another time and not slime. If it doesn't appear right now, I will be uploading my other runs from this event, so you can check the slime. And yeah, it's the formless type. Yeah, I'm calling it slime, but the game calls it formless. That formless enemy, it's your enemy. Every time that the formless appear on the dungeon, you have to reach the 100% contribution points by using the red drops, so you can get the best of it. Right here, if you don't hit the same 100%, it won't make too much of a difference. You see I'm missing a lot of attacks. Don't care that much because the slime is not here. Comboing two Freya's, it's a lot of attacks. The Freya's are kinda hard to combo together. I see that that's 100 contribution stone. You see that 92 points for contribution. It's not much. It's very low, to be honest, because I don't have the Slayer weapons from the Divine Weapon event. And yeah, that's not slime again. And it's a very rare acquisition. I always get the last one of my runs. So this run will give not many contribution points. The contribution points, but it's what makes you rank on the event. So you want that slime to appear so you can get better hits. It's worth to note that the event weapon from this event gives a lot of drops. It reaches 500% more if you equip it, if you limit break it to the max. If you were planning to reach the highest rank, you will need to get at least one of those weapons in integrated limit break it to the max if you can. There's one thing I'm forgetting while I'm talking and playing. This boss, it's very hard. It's the hardest difficult boss from this event, and you have to pay attention to your HP bar. I'm bringing my claw as support, and she's using first battle's word to heal. My Freja is using a staff that can heal too. My Lynette is using a first battle's word as well, so if I need more heal, she can provide. I never managed to die on this battle, you just have to pay attention to the AP. This boss can hit for as much as 8 key for a turn, and especially if he hits Freya, because Freya has low def, she's a staff user. So just pay attention to your HP bar. As you see that the damage is red with the different type of fonts, it's because I'm using Freya and she has a buff on this event. You see my HP is very low right now. I'll heal. Keep it up. I don't have the Schwertlight's word, so I have a hard time sometimes. In this boss, we need some plus damage here. I have 2 low HP right now, so I'll have to use the best I have. It's okay, it's dead. And you see the contribution stun here was very low. I didn't hit too much of the red drops, but it won't matter the match. Just one slime gives more contribution points than the boss of the event. But for you, you have to try to get the 100% here, so anything can make a difference if you're aiming for the top. As you see, this was the number of the red badge I got. It's 345. It's the average that you can get. I click on next. And then here is the achievement. This achievement is where the event weapon help you. If you have a 100% bonus, it will affect in here. It will affect the exact amount of it shows on your weapon. I don't have it, so I'm not getting anything from achievement, so that's fine. Even without the weapon, I think I can still get Norn just fine. You see, that's my current rank. This run was very bad by not getting this line, so that's it. This video is taking too much time in, so I'll have to end it here. So subscribe if you haven't. Sorry, I'm still a little nervous when talking on video, but I'll try to keep getting better. Thanks, and subscribe if you haven't. See you.